Please monitor what your children are watching, especially on YouTube.
Harley and Joker shall keep you accompanied.
I really could have ended the video right there with just those two. That's absolutely it. That this is what's being produced on this platform, specifically by adults. By adults. But then you have this story as well. This story was crazy. And you know, it aligns with everything that we know about the internet. But God comes to give life more abundantly. Listen to what this woman has to say about her experience.
Attention to what your kids are watching, because there are really sickos out there. That is crazy. Parents, y'all gotta keep your kids off YouTube. For the last 2 months, my son has been coming into my room anywhere from 9 to 11 o'clock at night, and he's crying. And he gives me a hug, and when I ask him what's wrong, he says, "I just love you." And then he goes back to bed. It was happening like once or twice a week. It's always so weird. So I started thinking that he was sleepwalking because it's just out of Troy's character. But it's been happening like once or twice a week for like the last 2 months. This morning, we're eating breakfast, and he looks over at me and he says, "Mommy, can you happy?" And I'm like, "You what? What?" He said, "Can you happy so I don't have to do?" What? I said, "You want me to?" And he said, "No, I don't. But the show said that you have to happy." And I'm like, "What show?" And he said, "The Dragon Show." The drag? What? Now, he watches stuff like this. This is Netflix. I'm like, "What Dragon Show? On what?" Because I'm trying to pull it up. And he said, "On YouTube." Now, he's not supposed to be watching YouTube because the last time that he was allowed to watch YouTube Kids, there was a cartoon of a little boy that looks like Caillou that was telling my son to go run and jump in front of cars and get all of his friends to run and jump in front of the cars driving down the street. And so once I realized that that cartoon was legit telling him to go get his friends and they all wait until a car is coming and then they run in front of the car, I was like, "Oh no, you guys are done." And nobody has been allowed to watch YouTube since. So I didn't even know that they had access to YouTube on their TVs, their Roku TVs. I thought they only had Netflix, Hulu, and then like normal TV. But no, he's been sneaking and watching YouTube, and whatever cartoon he's watching about dragons is telling him me. And instead of doing what they're saying, he comes in the room crying and hugs me and is just like, "I just love you." That is insane. Pay attention to what your kids are watching, because there are really sickos out there. That is crazy.
And said, "Mommy, can I have it so I don't have to?" This is because of the show that he was watching, right? And speaking of the devil, remember what I said. Devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And wants to sow seed of doubt, division, wickedness, death into our children. I mean, you have this show on YouTube TV that is literally just the devil tormenting this child that looks like Coco Melon to the point where he runs to his mommy's room, looks at his mom, and you can still see the devil in his eyes. Crazy. And some people in the comments, they'll say like, oh, this is not even as bad as what we used to grow up on. This is not as bad as some of the things that we used to see back in the day when we were kids. Bro, that's not even the point. That's not the point. That stuff wasn't okay either. And neither is this.
Mama, this is why you have to be careful what your kids are watching. Look what popped up on YouTube Kids. Mommy, don't be angry. Daddy loves Hot Girl more than Mom. Why would a toddler need to watch that?
Because it's at the photo.
No, that's not happening. Like,
It said because it's no secret that the enemy is after our children. And the enemy wants to corrupt the minds of our children, because if the enemy can corrupt the minds of our children, then the enemy can create strongholds that can continue on into adulthood. The enemy doesn't play fair. That's what you got to understand about the devil. The devil does not play fair. Nothing is off limits, not even your children. Make sure you're vigilant and really know what your kids are consuming, because this is a real spiritual battle that's happening every. All right? Get in my comments, like this video, let me know what you think. I'm out, y'all.
Like cat videos? Like being a cat party? Like being my girl? Like that? Prettiest girl? You happy? You happy with Danny and Joker, honey? A real pretty girl? I mean a real pretty girl. I mean a pretty girl. That's what kind of girl you are. Like being an orange cat? You know you're a cat, Harley? You're a pretty cat. And you're the sweetest girl. Most everybody. My girl. I'm talking about my girl. You know, Daddy said you since she was baby girl. And she was 6 months old. You got lost with your brother. I got lost for a week. You was astray for a week. And then the angels at the animal house, there probably was a real angel. And stay home. Bless you. Or bless you. That was a big yell. Well, bless you. We're going to start blessing y'all. We blessing everything. Pick up a soda can. Got some caffeine. Bless you. Soda. Hot bar that was cold. Serve it to the whole team. I don't speak Chinese, but I'm on my Yao Dunked on the girls' team. Ain't tall as me. I got cross. Take like top. That girl me. Ain't always gotta be about colors. Caitlin got the white jeans. You gonna stop doing this dirty shit. I don't know, shit. I might be. Start a team. You should pass me. It's not likely. I just do it like Nike. You ain't got that blue check on you. Like Nike. Like the new Jays and I sneak Quinn. Running your mouth, you gonna keep coming up missing on a milk carton deal with no card either. But that boldly act yellow, but not light as me. Hit up once with this light. Said, Daddy, said, check out my got a daughter now because of Piper's Howdy and the green where the Piper be. Hit you with the oh yeah, macho man. Video scope. Go hard. Ain't no joke. I think it's being goofy trying to charge. I think it's the. Wait a second. Okay. That's the. It's being. My mommy. Lord, I'm ready to get to my mom. You first. Gotta see my mama. Number one. All day, every day. All day, every day. Oh, I get on. I really gotta get on. Wow. This, it doesn't really matter. Not for real. Oh, I'm strong. What's your daddy? Oh, that was, oh, come on. Yeah, you can do everything. You're just the most pretty little girl I know. You're the most honeybound. The most Harley. Hope Joker don't. Joker loves Harley. Yeah. I want to kiss you. No, it's gonna be. Okay. Scratch that. Sure.
All right, what's up, y'all? What?
I mean, Tucker Carlson, I'm like,
This is a conclave.
Here for it today, man. Sometimes you gotta let these topics and stuff fester. So back out and see those with man. I'm here for it today, man. Sometimes you gotta let these topics. You know what I'm saying? Look, back here, another amazing video. Like what? 1,000 likes. Proud of my channel. Another vibe today. Sometimes you gotta life together. Those things.
20 YouTube sayings that
Those of you who have not seen Corey Feldman, what
YouTube
person?
sayings down there.
Oh God.
Before you do that, here's the gas line. And where's your wallet?
Attention to all black supremacists for Trump are an ignorant.
His latest sign reads, "Warning African Americans." Back to God, take a read Bible. Right now. All right, y'all. So Michael Jordan, pastor, over at New Era Baptist, said, "Yo, attention to all blacks. Vote for Trump. said some other words. Trying to keep. So let's play this video. Let's have a conversation. I don't know if you remember, about 5 years ago, the same pastor did the same during the last election. Vaccine. I haven't seen either. So 5 years network 5 years ago. Now to an interview. So I also want to watch that video. Let's start with this video.
Do black people have to worry about being attacked, their political out in the world? But now we got to worry about it at church. This is New Era Baptist Church in Alabama. All right. And apparently, they like to send messages to black people plan on voting for Trump in some type of way. Attention to all blacks who plan to vote for Trump are an ignorant, stupid, heck, you see press. I don't want Trump to play with me. But that's not all. Let's see what else they had to say. A white vote for Trump is racist. I guess these words are rated E for everybody. They coming for everybody. That's not it. Let's see what else they had to say. Warning African Americans, a vote for Trump will put black folks, okay, they don't know how to talk, back to picking. But they're not done. Let's see what else they had to say. A black vote for Trump is
mental illness.
I mean, they're on a warpath. This is not the last one. We got one more. Undercover racist elected Donald Trump. So you can't even go to church and focus on what church is for, which is God, connected with this, so on and so forth. You can't even focus on that because before you even come through the doors, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only benefit black people. Okay? And not really that happens. But if we worry about race, politics, I think of the president I've never heard say out of their mouth. That's not number how far
I read my Bible. I feel like I've definitely had interactions with Christ. However, I wanted to talk about fire because I feel like I work in the church. My lifestyle. I've been for 5 years. I will have back action. My wife knows how I feel about Christ. How I
Hey, that doesn't have to be Phyllis. A burrito, a burrito. That's how it works. Look at
one thing I always tell her is that I'm always going to Christ. Always.
Christ true already.
All right, y'all. Jackie Hill Perry is confronted by one. Am I wrong to be?
Hey, check this out. I got Nicole back here. Nicole, what's up with you, sis? Yes!
Hello, everybody. I was not planning. So, first thing first, I'm 38 years old. I'm from Alabama. However, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So, moving, moving into my question, I'm not new to Christ. I fast, I pray, church, my Bible. I feel like I've definitely had interactions with Christ. However, I wanted to talk about fire because I feel like my lifestyle. I've been 5 years where I just like almost embarrassed. Like I have a love for so Christ. I want to be like him, but it's like I have this almost like a cloud that's in my head, my lifestyle. So I just want to ask them as ask their thoughts. Like to ask them. I don't like a guilt, I would say. Like, I don't have it. I'm trying to get rid of nervous, but at the time, it's just don't talk about it. I don't write it wrong. Say, love, I would say, I would say. But tonight, I'll praying in the Bible. I have. I'll say courage. What I would say. Like, I remember there was a time I felt like I can trust me. I hear you. Oh, this is every day. There's no one that you so count everything. That God is valuable. And he's a value that passes all others that he values. I even hard. I don't want you to think about your sexuality. I don't want you to right. I want you to I value God above all things. Do I value him in my time? Do I value him in my I value him in my heart? Do I value him? I value him. That will actually put your entire heart and life in perspective. So you will see there's actually God wants you, not just me. Actually, it is. It's and it's something that has been in my spirit for months now. God has been telling me to pay attention to the things that I say. I'm currently reading a book from Myers, First Change Your Life. So the fact that you said and more confirmation that it's something that I'm saying that is possibly maybe holding me hostage. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to keep praying about it. I think there could be titles on it. Titles to fog us. So that fogginess will clear once you but you have to define what that's natural. my biggest, and if I take it back, just not to save up so much, not to take up so much time, but I was raised in the church, raised in the church, every revival, just in the church as a child. And so when things start coming up in me, early as what, 14, 15, 16, never been raised around gay people, I know about these faith and all of that, none of that, never, just none of that. And so very early on in my life, I've always prayed for God to take it away. Lord, just take it. Just deliver me, oh God. And never acted on anything until I was in my early 20s, very late in life. Well, I consider it late in life when it comes to dating and things like that. So my wife knows how I feel about Christ and different days and how I walk and lead my life. And so one thing that I always tell her is that I'm always actually
Interesting conversation.
room for Christ, always. And so that's understood in my marriage that Christ comes before all things. However, I could be like other, religious leaders and just single for the rest of my life. However, it's just I choose to love, but I am honest with my wife, and I did tell her that I leave space for Christ. So if it comes to a point that we have to separate or divorce or me leave her, that would just be a conversation that it just.
Yeah, I would. This will be a little hard, but I think it will be helpful. The Bible has a sentence that says that there are people who have a form of godliness and deny its power. And what that means is they have a kind of affection for the things of God, for the word, for prayer, for church, but they lack the power that actually makes the form reality. And I think when I hear you, I hear that. And so I would take that text to the Lord. I would read scripture and I would ask the question, do I love him? What is it? Do I love him? And I think that will answer a lot.
I think another thing that you said that really stuck out to me was moving in faith and having faith. And Hebrews 11 came up for me because we see in here, right, that faith is the reality of what we hope for, but proof of what is not seen. So something like, to me, it's like the things that you may not see your way out of that. You may not feel your way. Like, I don't feel these things. I don't see this. I don't see how this is going to work. But it's faith that like, if you keep going on, and the scripture always gets me excited, but it's like, by faith, Abraham, by faith, Enoch, by faith, Noah, by faith, like, it's by faith that they were able to do something that didn't feel good or didn't make sense. Like, Abraham was asked to crucify his son, and he did it by faith, not by feeling, not by reasoning even, right? But it was his faith in the Lord. And I think when we say we have to remember that when we say we have faith in the Lord, that's saying that we trust that He's good. So do you trust that He's good? And if you trust that He's good, then all that He commands is good. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's the thing that we have to maybe pay attention to, and I would encourage you to pray about that. Like, Lord, increase my faith, increase my trust in you. So that way, no matter what He tells you to do, whether it makes sense, whether your feelings align with it or not, because you trust Him, then you will move on faith because you trust Him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that that's the thing that we have to Yeah. I would encourage you to Lord, increase my faith and show me that I can help me trust you.
Nicole, just also curious here, is your wife a Christian?
Yes.
Okay. And this is a very important question. I want to ask this. Jackie, what are your thoughts? Because she says that Christ, made it clear that Christ is always a priority in the wife at the top of the relationship. Can Christ truly be at the priority and be the help of the relationship or marriage?
No. And I say that with heaviness, because I feel like a lot of people, are so quick to condemn, not realizing that there is grief attached to repentance. Right? You just killed.
Sorry, that was crazy.
With his hand.
That was impressive.
Just killed the fly with his hand.
And that fly has been tormenting us.
I'm sorry.
Crushed.
No. Go ahead.
We having the most sensitive conversations where they killed the fly.
I'm sorry, that was great.
No, but I say that with weight, pause, because I think some people can be quick to condemn and not realizing that there is a level of grief that comes with repentance. To gouge out the eye hurts. To cut off the hand hurts. It's painful. And so for me to say to someone, I don't think Christ is as central as you think, hurts to say, but I do think it's true. One, the 10 Commandments says, the first commandment is to love God, to not have any idols before Him. Even Matthew, when they asked Jesus, what is the most important commandment? He says to love the Lord God with all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your soul. The law and the prophets hinge on these two things. And so there is a sense where I cannot be actively, functionally in sin and loving God. That's what the Bible calls double-minded. And so I say that with sensitivity because that's what deception is. That doesn't feel like double-mindedness. It feels like normal, right? But it just that's why we have the scriptures to give us clarity on what God actually commands of us. And what He commands is righteousness. Yeah. And He's very clear about how we love Him. Yeah.
If you love me, obey my command. Period. So we cannot say that we love the Lord and actively go against it.
This one here, I have to say this. This one here, I have to say 1 Corinthians 9, begins by saying, or do you not know that the unrighteous not inherit the kingdom of God? How does he define unrighteous? Not be deceived, where he wrote the church Corinth, so they're saying it's the world. The church might be deceived by God's law and sexual sin. Not be deceived, sexually immoral, fornicators, porno addicts, masturbators, dying off the or adulterers, or men who practice homosexuality. That's not a noun, that's a verb. But means actively homosexual sin, probably not being by it, and that breeding or drunkards or revilers, they will not inherit God. That's definitive. But here's the hope. And such for some of you. So in this same church where I'm warning, I'm also encouraging and saying some of y'all used to be, but you were washed. What does wash mean? Some of y'all used to be like this, sanctified. What does it mean? Sanctified means you were set apart for the work of the gospel. We're also justified. What does that mean? I used to be, but now been made right in the faith of Jesus Christ. And how? In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ and by the Spirit of our God. So the same text that condemns is the text that you. Ooh, that's good. I'm ready for that. I am good. I hate that you did that right there. That's good. I'm happy. Nicole, thank you. Right. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you.
I mean, thank you. How she so misleading. That's why it's flirt with it, play with it, act like you can. If you really sit in a situation that patient likely to fall into and flirt with it, always be lifestyle, quiet, deal with it. Vision is, but I don't know. Just listening to that conversation, I feel like she's probably gonna. She does. So go to the podcast. I'll link their podcast down below. Watch it. What do you think like this?
Paris, has anything changed? Address?
Actually, yes. I have a new Medicare Advantage. Every year, I call for a Medicare benefits checkup. See what changes have been made to my plan for the
I got the same Medicare Advantage plan for you.
got to call. Every year during the Medicare annual new plans come out. You could be missing out on a plan with additional benefits you want.
Right? Maybe I should call for a checkup.
Medicare annual enrollment period is right now. Call the number on your screen and they can help compare Medicare Advantage plans available in your area. Medicare Advantage plans may be available with low or $0 monthly premiums, but you don't know unless you call. Don't miss out on a plan with important benefits. Even if you called last year, you should call today. Each year, you can be eligible for new plans with benefits available in your area that may better fit your healthcare needs. Call or explore Medicare Advantage plans from Humana, United Healthcare, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Aetna, Cigna Healthcare, WellCare, or Kaiser Permanente. Medicare Advantage plans may be available in your area that include dental, vision, hearing, prescription drug coverage, or an over-the-counter allowance. But you don't know unless you call. Call the number on your screen and give them your zip code. They can help compare Medicare Advantage available in your area and find the one that's best for you. You can find a plan with the benefits and savings you are looking for. The Medicare annual enrollment period is right now. Call for your free, no obligation 2025 Medicare benefit checkup today.
Oh, 800-914-5136. That's 800-914-5136. 800-914-5136. Call now.
All right, y'all. Taylor Swift. What did I never got around to posting it, so I'm just gonna since that last live stream. Also, for those of you who have been on the live stream, these are the tools, right? All y'all that like to hang out on the live stream, 4, 5, 6 hours, pull up to Twitch, right? So if you need it, right, contribute to the conversation, recommendation.
Oh, God.
A story cover, pull up to the Twitch. Because I'm gonna say this. 135 people, they looking real low. Right? There's some restrictions. Right? Help me get to 1,000 on Twitch. So, comments. Right? Get back. This is gonna sound crazy. Some people have said, not necessarily. What am I about to show? Some people are. Some of y'all are so. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, why do I say that? Let's get into
That working account, our software run has the freedom to request his rights with our supervision.
That's right. I go to the mall and see my friends when my parents have places to be. Wow, there's it.
And we never had to worry about what he sometimes it's not even or anything. On driver, destiny, and route. Also, we can track his have in our app like Trip. Working accounts have made all of our lives so much easier. And using up and getting up the
Hi, I'm Med Advantage Max. If you're anything like me, well, I always want the max. That's why I'm here to tell you that the Medicare annual enrollment period is now open. 2025 plans are now available. Plans may change every year. This is the time of year when everyone on Medicare should check their plan. Information about other plans.
Just call 800-528-7229 now.
All want the. How do you know if you're getting the max? Everyone should call the number on your screen, even if you called last. A licensed insurance agent will check your zip code to see what plans with benefits are available. Here's the good news. It doesn't cost anything to call to see if you're getting max in your plan. Right, the call the Medicare plan is free, no obligation to call. You get the max.
Just call 7229 now. That's 872.
Absolutely. Give or take. Something crazy. Formation, a little thing. Suddenly, camera does a close up on her. As it goes black, immediately afterwards, on stage, that moment, look down at the bottom of your head. Camera comes back on. Looks normal. Only difference is, I guess, black and white. I guess before it was in black and white. It was already in black and white. Comes back again. But I want you to pay attention to her eyes, everything that's happening. Her eyes almost like 5%. See the shadow. Hey, maybe this is just alt iPhone. Then the more that you look at her eyes, all of them that weren't free. If you go backwards, you'll see green. That's when you see eyes.
Okay.
I do it fast. Now, some people are saying probably that's kind of I don't think so. If I squint my eyeball and if I look on the left of my screen, maybe the right on yours, I see maybe what it could be, but I don't know. Then what happens afterwards for the screen that is quote unquote glitches like this.
There must be no place for us while enemies find or buy combination corners, each drawing their unholy billions during a lifeblood of paralyzing and efforts in light of temperance and difference by making light and indifference by making light by making those must not adjourn by our efforts, let the nation know that we are perfect. And by being let the monopolists the money to but realize that's really and then the bells will ring out happier, louder music ever. I want you to think about our elderly right now. Now, I showed you guys the other day that in the state of Hawaii, yeah, they have reduced American citizens, and of all places, Hawaii, right? Now, I want you to hear this last little bit. My best advice to you. The opposition barely quailed for in earnestness of this new. They were soon before the House and pressed well on toward final passage a number of important amendments calculated to awaken an intense feeling of enthusiasm among the working class. Among these acts establishing own money of the United States farmers and planters without interest. An act for the establishment of a permanent Department of Public Works. Its head to be styled Secretary of Public Works, ranked as a cabinet officer and supervise the expenditure of all public monies for the construction of public buildings, of rivers and harbors. An act making it a felony, punishable with imprisonment for life for any citizen or combination enter into any trust or agreement, stifle, suppress, or in any way interfere with full, open, and fair competition in trade and manufacturing among the states. Guys, I would vote for any president that would do just what I'm talking about. But we're going to keep going, but it's time for me to see my husband. It's been a long day, and it's my third video today, guys. I love you. The Holy Spirit is telling you, whether it's write a book, write a poem, open up a YouTube, or a garden, say hi to dad, marry your girlfriend, whatever it is, friends. Obedience is better than sacrifice. This gentleman wrote this. So, and in 20,000, didn't know, young man, during Trump, Daddy, Quinn, the President of the United States, download. Doing this next quick clip about who the partner is and about this. So you guys don't.
figure out. Just like you know what? They killed didn't see the first time. All right. Find out more. Check out the new. All right. Apple. This is worse than what we thought. This Diddy situation is worse than what we thought. I sat here, I watched this whole briefing, this press briefing. I'm sorry if I'm kind of slurring. I fell the other day. Well, I fainted in the bathroom. I hit my head on the stairs. I had a concussion. I'm still kind of concussed. I'm not drunk or nothing like that. I'm slightly concussed. But I watched this press briefing, and I could not believe I could not believe that this was actually charges that they're bringing against Diddy, and specifically the details that they're presenting. This whole case is about to get, because the amount of people who are involved in this is extensive. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna beat this. I don't think a lot of people gonna beat this. They're talking about racketeering charges. They're talking about RICO charges. They're alleging that this is a criminal organization that was ran by Diddy. Let me play this video. I want you to listen closely to the details of what they're alleging happened. Check it out later. Innocent until proven guilty. But when you listen to some of these charges, it's some heavy stuff. And it's some sick stuff. It's some provoking. All right? Let's get to it. We're going to start with this press briefing. And then I want to read some of the official documents that they put out. I really want to unpack what's currently taking place, right? So let's start with this one.
Morning, everyone. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of. Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, steal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, John Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported for state lines. He allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs. He often electronically recorded them. Freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, often involved a variety of narcotics, ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victim to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent. He subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, objects at, and dragged victims at times by their hair. On occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel that the victim was attempting to.
So that came out, Cassie, looked like in a hotel hallway. I don't know if he rented out the entire floor because there was nobody on there. From what it seemed like it was like Cassie. Yeah, he's literally dragging her by the hair, all type of wild stuff. Referring to the
As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks. In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in freak-offs. Used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. The indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. The indictment also alleges other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business, and employees of that business, and other close associates to get his way.
probably actually RICO case, but I'm pretty sure it's less than. Because y'all gotta remember, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not anybody of any legal acumen. I don't know anything. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the RICO charge originally created in order to prosecute? When you talk about a RICO charge, you're talking about an extensive of criminals operating together in order to advance the interest of the criminal organization. So this is a lot of moving parts, very intricate. A lot of people, there's a lot of individuals. So it's not just Diddy. Diddy is most likely the most high-profile individual case, but I'm sure there's other high-profile individuals who are probably going to be wrapped up in the RICO charge as well. That's why I find it very interesting that they put a RICO charge on this. Because if you think about it, this is just me just thinking. If you think about it from a RICO standpoint, they probably have a lot of witnesses, potential witnesses, a lot of people who are willing to testify against. I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Because a lot of these individuals who are probably connected to this RICO charge, they don't have the same financial ability to fight this case in the same manner that Diddy does. They don't have access to hundreds of millions of dollars and the best lawyers possibly on this earth in order to fight this case. And I think they're going to recognize that very quickly, and I think they're going to buy this investigation, and they're going to work very hard to testify again. This is just me thinking out loud. This is me thinking out loud. I could be wrong. But I'm very interested into knowing who else is associated with this RICO case. Because it's got to be a network of people, not just a handful of people. There's got to be a network of people operating to make these things happen. Listen.
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, council staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the free-ups. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, lighting. The hotel rooms got damaged. They helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash, Combs, paid for the commercial sex workers. The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 2016 incident at the LA hotel that I mentioned earlier, a member of the hotel security staff intervened, and Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of cash to make sure that what happened was kept quiet. As the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims, giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. As alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating, contacting a victim who had attempted to flee.
That sounds crazy. I mean, organizing stuff, lights, what actual
You've got mail.
I would not be surprised. That's good. At least.
Part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. He sees firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seize evidence of the FreeCOS, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the FreeCOS, multiple victims. And they seize cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that homes and staff allegedly use in stock hotel rooms for the FreeCOS, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Thousand. They into some Sodom and Gomorrah types. And I think it really speaks to, it speaks to a lot of things. But one of the main things that's on my mind is how powerful lust actually is when you allow it to go unchecked in your life. You allow lust to consume that sin, it just grows and grows. Have the amount of, and listen, I understand he's innocent until proven guilty. I'm just speaking on the charges that are brought against him. Have the amount of resources that Diddy has. Supposed to be a billionaire, right? Have these resources, these connections, the power that he has. That lust that's growing inside of you, that sin, it can open up the doors to six. 1,000 cases. Crazy. That should have been a red flag. I don't know whoever, I don't know where the people at Amazon delivering these cases, y'all should have knew something was up. When you seen the order come through for 1,000 cases of food, y'all should have knew something was up from that point.
Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches.
Items that remember when they raided his houses and that was a whole big for some of the items.
As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity. It contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well that we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15.
That's correct. That is.
And you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly defaced. Another picture of more ammunition and parts of 2 AR-15s right there. Now, I want to be clear about 2 things. First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, John Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York. Second, we are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly. Thank you.
As I said, all of these were connected to this Rico case have the same abilities to defend themselves like Diddy does. The longer they hold the information, the worse off it's going to be for them. That's why he said, come forward and come forward quick. And you can help us in this investigation. Otherwise, you're going down with them.
With information can call 1-877-4-HSI. I want want to express my deep appreciation for the victims and witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. Would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents on the HSI Trafficking in Person Squad in New York. They have been with us since day one and have worked tirelessly on this investigation. They will continue to be invaluable partners to us. I also want to thank the incredible agents and analysts in SCNY who have also provided tremendous assistance on this case. I'm deeply grateful for their continued. Finally, I want to thank the outstanding career prosecutors from SCNY for handling this case. Meredith Foster, Emily Johnson, Lee Slavic, Madison Slicer, and Missy Steiner, and their supervisors, Jamie Backman and Jacqueline Kelly. They are members of the Civil Rights Unit in our criminal division. Created the Civil Rights Unit when I became U.S. Attorney. I'm deeply proud of their work on this and so many other cases. I'll now take some questions.
David, thanks. The indictment describes an aggressive, open, violent, hedonistic abuse that you say was recurrent and widely known. Why did it take law enforcement so long to gain? How many women were victimized by Sean Combs, and how many others were involved?
Our investigation is ongoing. We are committed to bringing justice to everyone who's been victimized by the defendant. I can't tell you why it took so long. I think the better focus is on the fact that we are here today. And we are committed to making sure that justice is done.
Julie Ainsley, NBC.
Thank you for doing this. You said we are not done and that Holmes did not do this alone. You foresee that there could be other charges related to this case.
Not taking it.
What's the difference between the sex trafficking and promoting travel for the purpose of prostitution?
Well, there are different crimes with different elements. I don't think it's the degree of the question right now, but the sex trafficking, they're all serious offenses, but the sex trafficking conduct carries some and are gratified that we were able to bring that charge. I'm not going to be able to get into that, but you can look it up, and yes, sex trafficking, especially when it involves coercion or force, is a very serious crime. It carries significant.
Good afternoon, Darla Miles, ABC 7 New York. Thank you for this press conference, for the details.
Charges not have the possibility of fighting business.
Questions. In context of this indictment and that was to clarify that the king secondly, can you provide details about the events march?
I'm able to provide either actually the details of the risk.
Are any of his officers under custody?
The investigation is ongoing. That means both has to
fall into category. I'm trying to figure it out because it's either one of two categories. Know that he was involved. Whole statement that came out that he was involved in. Right? I'm just shocked. I wasn't expecting to wake up to this. I'm really shocked. And because this is not something that you typically, they're not cases, not charges that you typically hear somebody gets indicted, especially on a federal level. A federal indictment means you have a lot of evidence they are confident, not going to indict you. Confident. Fiction. They're not trying to mess up their team. So we're talking about 90, 95 plus, not higher.
Hi, good morning from TT.
During my understanding, I was telling him last night that wasn't planned. I'm really honest about why I wasn't.
I gotta imagine you knew. Because there's a video that I seen yesterday. Like you. I was just a day. I would have thought you. I don't see a path. Getting in the house. It would literally take a miracle. Talking about racket. I'm not saying that that's okay. Not saying that that's what he should have did. I'm just surprised. I know that
operational.
I think that's why they were saying like, bro, like access. You take it back. I would.
He said how he was taken into custody and when he is in custody right now. He will give you.
Was there any discussion of him surrendering, given they claim he's cooperating?
I'm not going to be able to get into law enforcement tactics or operations. Well, I can't get into the charging decision. It is very meaningful to us that weapons were possessed, as we allege in the indictment. Part of the reason why this conduct was so pervasive and harmful was because victims and others didn't necessarily feel comfortable denying him his wishes, as we allege, because of the presence of firearms. I should leave it there.
Last question, Jacob Shamison. Jacob Shamson, Business Insider. Thank you. Given that he's the sole defendant in this case and that you allege he's part of a conspiracy that involves members of his companies, do you anticipate a superseding indictment that will bring allegations against other members of his companies or other companies charges as well?
Again, I can't take anything off the table. Anything is possible. Our investigation is very active and ongoing. And I think a lot of you who cover this office know that when you say such things, that developments are certainly foreseeable, but I cannot predict them. Okay. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
There was a document that I want to read. This is allegedly.
Yeah, I should have known.
But he did. It feels like he's right here with us.
Huh. Let me back. Everything good?
I've got it. You don't have to worry about it. Your dad and I will take care. And a guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from United Omaha Life Insurance. It really helped me when I need it.
Aren't those policies?
Not at all. Policy started just $1.38 a month.
His health problems?
Guaranteed acceptance. There were no health questions and no medical exams. I even got a policy too.
Help your family prepare for the financial burden when your time comes. You are between 45 and 85. Automatically qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance coverage with United of Omaha. Policies start at just $6.38 a month, and your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no medical exams and no health questions. Plus, benefits can be paid within 24 hours, and unlike some policies, are payable from day one.
No, you're not too young to consider our policy. Are you prepared if something were to happen?
I don't have time for that.
Just fast and easy. You qualify for up to $5,000. Think about your family.
A funeral could cost more than $9,000. Have you helped prepare your family to pay for these expenses when you're gone? With one call, you can qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance coverage.
Father always made sure we were prepared. But the next meal is on you.
Help take care of your loved ones after you're gone. The Guaranteed Acceptance Life Insurance Policy from United of Omaha today.
Oh, 458-41. That's 458-41. 458-41. Call today.
Allegedly. Take that how you want. We have seen him out and about quite a bit. So that tells me that he obviously knew what was up. Let me see if I can find a card. Is United States, America, versus Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, aka aka for decades, this was previously, for decades, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, the defendant. You've got mail. Threatens a person. Highly permissive of sexual activity openers. At times, Combs and others acted sexually. Combs ensured participation by, among other things, in distributing narcotics, controlling their careers, leveraging their financial, threatening to cut off this violence.
Combs Enterprise constitute an ongoing organization. Members function as a common purpose. Effectively, Combs Enterprise activities affected state and commerce. The defendant and other known participants other activities for the conduct of these individuals in certain Combs business employees, such as members of city staff, household staff, personal assistants, high-ranking supervisors, and their associates. This is what I'm saying. These individuals, they've symbolized security, the household staff, personal assistants. I think these individuals are going to hold them just off of loyalty. Diddy, absolutely. You're talking about your versus loyalty to your employer, and I don't know how. I could only imagine, because I used to watch Making the Band back in the day. That was one of my favorite shows. Really. Making the Band on MTV. I could only imagine, just based on how Diddy was treating people in Making the Band, and I know that's exaggerated in reality, but there is some truth to that. I could only imagine potentially how he would treat his employees. So what would give them reason to be loyal to him? They're literally facing possibly prison for 10, 15, not a year, right? Crazy. I'm just curious, just to go back to it. Fix mentioned in the lawsuit. This United States Federal Court, Southern, just brought right. What exactly? All of them. And Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his how he planned to leverage his relationship. Often, then there was another element. I forget specifically. What was that? I don't remember. But obviously there was some that, although
also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that T. Biggs slept with multiple men at 5. The escort part is such as indictment, because he said that he hired multiple. But I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that Biggs has slept with multiple at Diddy's parties in abroad, and they refer to him as father. Also being said that a young male required a lawyer to, as he expects his two jigs from. According to the email, victims stated that he reportedly ratio days. So let's kind of break this down. They're saying that Diddy hired these men, orchestrated all of these freak-offs, purchased multiple hotel rooms, had his staff stock the rooms with different items, drugs, extra that nature, for the freak-off. Didn't allow individuals to not participate in the freak-off. And one of the ways that he did that was by using get them to a state of mind so that they would participate. Or he would use the tapes as extortion to force them. And he did all of this with his own perverting. I don't know if he was participating in it. I don't know. Talk to the videos that he was. I don't know how else to put it. It's crazy. It's terrible. The amount of people whose lives have been forever affected by this. I just want to know some more information. I want to open it. I will pass it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like this video, support. I'm out, y'all.
Freezing cold. Blazing.
arriving to collect your pay. I know we back with another banger. Another banger. Right? Coming in, running up and stuffing up. So, try to get that bill. I know we coming with a couple. Video, man, let's go.
No. Hey, bro, the hand off the door. Look up in there. All right, hold on. Make it happen.
Reporting live. We have something in the sky again. It's in the sky again. Don't know what it is. Reporting live. Got something in the sky again. Don't know what the fuck it is. Oh man. But the things you see in Florida, boy, it's on every day. I swear to God, you do.
But again, y'all got it going down out there. Heard dudes say that, what is the Atlantic? I might explain it. But again, Florida, y'all been going up. Y'all always going up, but it's particularly where y'all been really doing work the last week. We only been in the month. We only been in this year for a week. Like, hey, they didn't hit the headlines more times than ever. For the week. I'm just saying. But we know that is water up there. Something going through the ground. We do know that. Definitely know that.
Kaibigan, ako yung nakita mo nung nakarang gabi. Ako yung sila, balikan mo ng lugar na to. Wow. Bakit ka dyan, ha? Wait. Pipingin tikba lang. Asan ka? Kaibigan?
Check this video out, y'all. I don't even have to say anything. You already know what this is. This is the Blue Kachina. This was in Philadelphia. This was recorded by the brother Kalai Amon-Ra. Brother for recording this video. It was sent to me, and I edited a little bit. I just zoomed in, y'all. That's all I did. I zoomed in to show you guys here. This Blue Kachina up here. 5D sun that's emanating all the colors, all the rainbow colors that we be seeing in the sky. They be hiding it with the, you know what I'm saying, with the planes. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. And he zooms in. He goes to the left to show you that there is nothing
on his lens. There's no trips or anything like that. And he goes right back to showing you the blue Kachina. You see that? And he zooms in. When you zoom in, you see the red Kachina. What a time to be alive, y'all. This is so beautiful. Check this out, you guys. Look at it. See the red Kachina pulsing? You see the blue Kachina on the left of it? Wow, you guys. See? This is what they don't want us to see. This happens every single day because they're springs. Every single day. You see what I'm saying? This is such a truly time. Such a truly beautiful time. Thank y'all. Yeah, let's get this shit, y'all. It's here. Let's get it. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only bringing awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times, y'all. This video is strictly for entertainment. I am only awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about this video. You guys see the blue red Kachina right there in your face. And if you don't see it, know why. It's because what they're doing to the skies. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with me on my other accounts. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Here's my definition of what wellness is. My definition, not yours. I guess I mean, finding it for yourself. Wellness is hoping balance. And balance doesn't mean all things or at all times. Choose.
Sir, that we know that orb was there. I gave her a little extra nudge, like, man, you kids here, Molly, man, come on, that ain't right. Man, get over it. Don't like her. Around. You go around. Sir, that.
Check it out. Time dagger, that matrix, and that, these are the Titans. These are the evil. Right. Right. Don't see. This is how it works. Third, this drop the science. Drop the science on it. Y'all ready? Are you ready? Y'all ready?
Extraterrestrial cloud transforming into humanoid figure. It looks pretty aggressive. How is this possible? Strange things are happening. If you like this footage, follow my channel for more best new nice content.
That's why I'm here to tell you that Medicare enrollment period is now open. 2025 plans are now available. Plans may this is the time of year when everyone on Medicare should check their plan and information about other plans.
Just call 800-528-7229 now.
We all want them. But how do you know if you're getting them? Plans benefit vary based on where you live. Everyone should call the number on your screen if you call fast. Licensed insurance agent Check your zip code to see what plan benefits available. Here's the good news. Doesn't cost anything to call to see if you're getting the max in your plan. Right, to call the Medicare plan free. Obligation control. The max.
Just call 800-528-7229 now. That's 800-528-7229.
Here. Look.
For just I got for video readings of just weird happenings. I got to just clean her lens to make sure that when she's check out these videos I got lined up. It's like there's a few stories of her later went down near the either my head and people were saying they saw that it was that
Oh, Florida is it. Look at this. This is Florida. Fort Walton Beach. I zoomed in, y'all. Let's see if we see anything. Look at that one. That looks like a portal.
oh, it's the type of stuff we see in Florida. That looks like baby. Yo, what the hell's going on here? You're telling me oh, what is that, man? Okay.
I'm currently back in October, right? Disney celebrated their 100 years of Disney. I work for a company that literally did a collab with Disney for their 100th year anniversary. Tell me why. And I don't have any proof besides the fact that you're gonna have to believe me. This cup I've had this cup since I was I'm 26. I've had this cup in my life since I was 6 years old. Got it at a McDonald's, okay? My dad bought these glasses from McDonald's. See maybe on the bottom all the M's. I'm 26. This is 20 years old. Why does it say 100 years of Disney on the bottom of this cup? Tell me why. And I know, easily I could have bought this now, but it's an old cup. It's scratched up. This is a 20-year-old cup that says 100 years of Disney on the bottom. I'm probably wrong somewhere, so can someone just...
This Disney popped up. Y'all remember that clip we saw? The 4-year-old kid, I think, was opened up, and they saw stuff on the bottom of the floor or something. One of y'all in the comments gonna jump in the comments and say, that's a fake story. How busy that bathroom is going. Know how big work is? Word. A bathroom. Somewhere. Nobody, you use it, but it's probably tucked off in the cuts or something. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Probably placed in an area where not a lot of foot traffic goes into. And that being said, that's probably the case. I'm trying to do something like that. I think I would place a bathroom where not too much foot traffic go, but place a lot of bathrooms, a lot of foot traffic go. But that not a lot of people come in and out of there. Not a lot of traffic. Easiest way to get somebody trying to get them, right? You gotta think. If you gonna think like these people, you wanna be, gotta think like these. Whole game and nature of it. But dang. So when I see that, it made me remember. And somebody really said I was fake. Wonder why places like this got power. See, stories being fake. When they shown the floor open. So you gotta see.
The parasite infects the host. That if you the parasite out, you're going to kill the host. That's what we have with the Federal Reserve right now. If you destroy the Federal Reserve right now, America's dollar is done, and America's done as an empire. So that's it. We're absolutely down to the Federal Reserve. I want you to out of the Federal Reserve. If you take it out of it, it's like our enemy help us.
about America, listen to China and Russia. You want the truth about Russia and China, listen to America. They will never tell on themselves. John F. Kennedy, born as a 29. John F. Kennedy, for the Federal Reserve, he signed executive order 11110 on 6/4/1963. So let's do the math. It's John F. Kennedy, born on 29, Titus 11. Executive order 11110. And that's because 1111 is John F. Kennedy after Harley. During John F. Kennedy, executive order 111.
You've got mail.
Imagine you being on a hike or something. As you on your hike, you look up, you guys dragging with your snake on you. Like it's coming. That thing, you probably couldn't even hear it. I'm pretty sure you can't hear it when it's trying to attack something. I'm sure we can't hear certain animals in the forest or the jungle or stuff like that. I know for a fact that thing right there has got a higher intelligent rate or something to be able to be like, nah, but it's hella long though. You see how big it was? Tall. But that thing looked real. I would hate to come one-on-one with that, man. You might not make it home. Not might. Your ass ain't making it home.
Look at this, yo. What the hell? The sun just set over here. No, the sun just set it over here. Look at this. What is this, y'all? Look at this. Oh, that's the moon, huh? That's the moon. Now they're standing up. Look at this, yo. I can't zoom in anymore. That shit is red as hell, yo. This thing is so red. It's so red, yo. You have no idea. This thing is so red. Look at this. Behind it? Look behind. You see like the flashing? You see like the flashing behind it? Look at this. You see like the flashing? Look at this.
This man is blessed. Day coming up, all the dope ass clips, especially for You can't order. It's like you gotta be like a 6, 7, 50. I just order. It's crazy. It's starting to blow me away. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another hotspot. It's already jumping off like that, man. Somewhere else in the world, must not have a lot of activity. Here, I think. Well, but I really think that Earth too big. Big. Way too big. It's chakras all over, man. There's different energy points all over Earth. So, yeah, why wouldn't it be another area that certain things come on? That's right.
Life is expensive. Quality tools don't have to be. Harbor Freight, America's #1 tool.
Let's sew in. The place on the map. Sew in is our part of Southern Indiana. For a place. Sew in is rolling hills and Riverside Drive. Sew in is farming. Sew in is a place where you be real. Be Play your trick, isn't it? So you got it.
Why is Navage trusted by millions?
Before Navage, I was not living my best life. Tuxedo, Tuxedo of the nose. Like Navage, holes get out. Bridges, that something happened. Literally grabbing that water and bringing it out into every it's brought and changed my life.
Available at major retailers or online at Navage.com.
Here's a broken guy. There. Then, angels. They swore they heard the trumpets. Yeah. Same exact things are like little shiny, mystery things with wings and wings. They're like battle ocean or something. Not a dragon, they're fighting these little just they're on the same. I don't know. But something's definitely up there. To see these things, you were to hear these frequencies heard. I noticed feel what's happening. You guys know anything, man, just let me know. I'm pretty freaked out. I don't know what to believe or what to think. Crazy. Aliens, for all I know. Got this footage over at the beach. This big fish dragon looking thing looks like a beast. Think that hanging down or dying was right around right where we down the fingers. Night. They were something, but the guy was stuck on a boat. All the Asian people that jumped down on the bigger boat. They all jumped off and they walked away and they like it was planet. Giants coming out of the pole or another civilization under the ocean. And they was here they would say we all went on artificial intelligence transfer their report, all connected or what, but if you guys know anything, have any theories, let me know because we need to get to the bottom of this. It's amazing. And high level security, real police officers, real FBI, men in black, call them whatever you will, came up to our trucks, made us sign these non-disclosure forms. You don't see anything, they said we're not allowed to thing at the members, I guarantee you they've seen you guys even drive over those bridges near the beach and take a look. You'll see something out there. There's on the ocean right now. Guys, they're if you see something, if you see a video, and let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know if anybody else has been seeing this kind of stuff. And I just want to see more. I'm going to post videos of other weird stuff I've seen them pull out of those things that get stuck on those things that get made onto the. I'm going to expose them. I don't care. The government is not going to shut me up. Oh, look, you guys want to get to the bottom of it.
I want to see more.
We saw that clip before about that orphanage. I had to lace me up on game. Like, kids for the orphanage. But that one's behind. That one's never. If them lights in the sky, orbs. My people that live down in LA, y'all let me know. Y'all see weird things, y'all heard Trump is coming from the sky. I know out here in Shaq, bro, I ain't seen much of nothing. Like, I ain't seen much of no orbs, nothing to the sky, none of that. It's real cold. Colder than normal. It's supposed to rain, but it's just been way colder than normal. Not really much nothing. I see trails going on in the sky, like, after New Year's, a lot. Like, a little after New Year's, around that. I ain't seen nothing crazy, no activity in the sky. Y'all let me know. Like I said, down in LA, if y'all, where you live, man, let me know. LA, have y'all heard of me?
I just feel like we all understand that we are literally in growth and that the times that we are living in is like the days of Noah. Like, as soon as everybody actually processed that there is still a real God, that these spiritual things are for real and it is happening, and that we, as soon as we all can come in agreement with that and get on one accord and for real understand what happened in Miami. I have so many questions, and child, but the first week of January at Bayside Mall in Miami, it was reported that there were 8 to 10 feet tall black creatures. And now the story has been spun in the media that there were 4 teen boys that had sticks. And apparently, now this is, it's a little place, but apparently these 4 boys were shooting or something to that. Mind y'all, it was as if they had every police department and surrounding areas and the city next to and the state next to at this mall. The police was around the block, wrapped around. It was hundreds of police outside the mall. And they actually that night, and they also shut down the whole entire Miami International Airport. There's so much more detail to the story, but I just let's say, because the word Nephilim is actually trending on X, Twitter. We gonna call it Twitter. Forget X. But I'm gonna tell y'all what's blowing me is, where are the teens' parents? These teens that was doing this at this mall, where are the parents that is speaking out about it? That's number one. Where are the witnesses that had witnessed these Nephilim beings, these black beings that said they were appearing, disappearing, coming back? Sounds like spiritual activity. Sounds like demon spiritual activity. Then this black boy has spoke out and said, told the whole story of what happened, how he left and tried to get out of there. And now go to his page, videos